Hiya guys, Mark here, Mark's Matchbox Memories. We're going to take a look this morning at set MC-806. It was a limited edition production run commissioned by the local authorities in honour of this actual event which happened a few miles away. There's a bit of an interesting story behind it which I'll do a video on, but this little truck back in 1992 caused the local authorities over £18 million in investment for 6 months for a garden festival. Yes, that's true, £18 million for a garden festival in 1992, around about £48 million a day, the loss of over 2,000 jobs, and the loss of a steelworks, a coal mine, local land and buildings, and today it stands barren, empty, overgrown and an eyesore. But we're going to get more into that in a separate video. But we're going to get the unboxing of this lovely little set and one for you to keep your eyes open for. Okay, we've got to look around the box now, and as we look around, is some of the things which were brand new at the time, like the Ford Transit Mark III, the old Land Rover 90 Defender, and the 1986-88 DAF 3300 range. The trailer is from the 900 series. Again, one of Leslie's earlier designs being carried over into the Tyco range. The size in the back of the box is nothing insignificant apart from the number MC-806. Unusual blab about being careful and don't put things in your mouth, and is actually a product made in China and Thailand. So this is from two of Matchbox International's overseas factories. Okay, we're going to get this open now and have a look at some of the models. We'll get them onto our turntable and we'll have a look around them. The first one to come out then will be the Defender, then the Transit, and then the DAF. I'm in quite a unique position as I only live about 5 miles from where this festival was. So I can obviously tell you about this series vehicles, and why they was there, what it's used for, and the sorts of things they was doing. Okay, first up then we have this 1987 Land Rover Defender. This particular one is made in Thailand, and I find it quite interesting because it's freshly painted at the time for the set, which I find quite odd that either they were sat on these for roughly 5 years before the garden festival opened, which means that they would have had knowledge prior to production beginning of these Matchbox sets of the festival back in 1987. Bearing in mind the steelworks didn't close till about 1986. So it makes like I said, this is one of the conspiracies which is going on locally about why so much money was spent and so little jobs were saved. But anyway, these Land Rovers were used at the festival, and it was generally used by ground staff for running around materials, moving people around the site because it's quite a hilliest terrain where I live, and this was indeed one of the vehicles on site that was used for everyday duties. One thing I think let's to set down, the scale is completely wrong of the Defender to the Transit and indeed the lorry. But it is still itself a unique little model in that for Matchbox it's actually got decals on all 4 sides of the vehicle, and she's a clean little example. The only other thing I think of is they must have had stocks of these made up in bare metal, and when they need them they just dig them out, clean them off in an acid bath or something, stick them through the spray booth, and bish bash bosh, on the way in another set. Okay then guys, the next one set we're looking at is the 1986 made by Matchbox Mark III, I think, no, it's Mark IV Ford Transit. the Mark III, and a slightly different interior in real life, and had the 2 litre Ford DCI engine, some fitted with a 2.5, but we won't go into the technical side. But we're looking at the diecast model. Again, these were as liveried and used on site for moving around any rubbish, collecting and emptying the bins, etc., or any of the domestic chores, so to speak, around the site. So I did witness these back in 1992, pottering around the site, used for shipping around traffic cones, barriers, and also that sort of shenanigan around the garden festival. All the ones afterwards, I believe they were resprayed in Blaine of Gwent Council orange and put to work as an everyday van. Okay, the last one up in the set is the only fictitious one in the set. All the local deliveries, etc., was done by companies such as McAlpine Brothers. No individual trucks were liveried up in the Ebbw Garden Festival liveries. So it is a completely fictitious livery scheme on the truck. Again, said it's quite a shame because she's a rather attractive livery on the lorry, and there was generally normal commercial lorries from local companies such as Morgan's and Vale, which was doing some of the work. But as I best believe it, correcting myself, a lot of the local companies wasn't even contracted. The work was sent outside the borough, and money thrown further afield. One of the other controversial aspects of this £20 million project, bear in mind this was £20 million in 1992. Inflation adjusted today, it would have been around a £40 million project for 6 months today. Again, for that money, you could have bought the entire Matchbox production line, all the licenses, all the franchises, all the molds, and set up the company back in the UK, employing local people, which had just been sacked from the local mine closure and Ebbw Steelworks for the loss of over 2,000 jobs or 2,000 families without work. And none of that work has yet to be replaced nearly 35 years later. We just got a little run by with the lorries now, and the vans and the vehicles. Like I said, they are absolutely in pristine condition. I didn't buy the set brand new or NOS. I bought it a few years ago off eBay, and they do come up now, but they are actually starting to increase in value due to what people are discovering that these are rare. They was only ever sold at the Ebbw Garden Festival and never actually put out in the Matchbox catalogues. Not a lot of people actually knew about them. So if you're looking for a new addition to your Matchbox set, it's a lovely unique little bit of culture. And bear in mind as well, by now production was over in Thailand, so to arrange for production in Thailand and bring back to the UK in time and get stocks up ready for the festival opening, and I believe it was around about May of 1992, there had to have been a lot of behind the scenes work going on. Now the sets I say from everywhere, so the Land Rover, she's from Thailand. She's badged as a 1985 chassis, while like with this, it's got the full metal chassis as well. So she's an old school Matchbox from the Lesney era, and the molds which was taken over to Thailand when Lesney went bust. The Transit, she's a 1986, and she's of a later production with a plastic chassis. The Series 900 trailer was a modified diecast with a front plate change by year. And it's actually 1983 on the trailer. So this is a 1983 trailer, and look at that. So this was sat in a warehouse somewhere for 83, 92, 9 years unpainted. So Matchbox had a lot of stock of these before it was done. And what we got on the truck, let's have a look. This is made in Thailand, 1987. So there you are. So we got proof here. It was for Ebbw Festival in 1992. The truck was made in 87. The trailer was made in 83. The Transit 86. And the Land Rover in 85. I think I commented on one of my other videos saying that I found a Thailand truck made in Thailand 1992, which is the same year as this, and it actually had a 1981 Lesney trailer inside, and I was just blown away by that. So Leslie must have massive stocks of trailers and unpainted vehicles such as this Land Rover and this trailer when they went bust, to carry such a massive amount of stock, which lasted Matchbox International, like I said, well into 1992 as the date proves, before needing to update any of the molds. So as at least 5 years of stock that they bought in with the Matchbox bus deal. I just find it bizarre to keep that much stock. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little scandalous edition of how 40 million today in money was wasted, and this had to be commissioned to try and recoup some of the money which local government had lost. And also look at some things like, how could the trucker be made for 1992, be ready for 92, she says 1992 on the back of the box, and yet the Land Rover is from 85, that's 86, the trailer is 83, and the cab, I can't remember off the top of my head, look back in the video. So why would you carry something in stock for 5 or 6 years? I find it quite bizarre. As is, because like I said, for it to be made at the time, they must have had 5 or 6 years leading knowledge of the products needed to get them painted, livery, made up, design sent back and forth, blah blah blah. Don't forget, mine, this was around 1990. The internet wasn't like it is today. You couldn't watch a video like this and do a live video link to Thailand. Designs had to be sent back and forth. Because 84 was the Commodore 64, and coming in 1989 was the Commodore Amiga. So it gives you an idea of the technology which was around at the time. The 286 and 386 PC was around. So sending videos and live video conferencing was still ahead in the future. So thanks for watching this little video, guys. If you're interested in conspiracy theories and stuff like that, message below and say, because I got loads of them around your local local council scams, and I'll put myself with a noose before long. So if I suddenly get pulled off the air, you know why. Right, so thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, get me shared about, and I'll see you on the next one. Next one's going to be on the 900 series. I got an unboxing of a 900 I want to do, only because the blisters got a little bit discoloured. And we also got, well, I got a load of premiers and the ultras. I got a couple of dinky convoys as well. That's right, dinky convoys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.